Well, it's summer. That means that the spring season is over for high school softball, baseball, lacrosse, and that means that Hudson Valley Sports Report is collecting and creating its dream team for 2016. We're talking softball today. Hi, everyone. I'm Charlie Carnaccio along with Rich Thomaselli, and we have the names for the 2016 dream team, and what a roster it is.
Softball, both these first 2 years that we've done dream teams, softball has been the most difficult to pick. It is, it's become a year-round sport. There's travel ball, there's camps, there is individual instructions, and this goes way, way back to days when you and I were just fledgling cub reporters, with Cliff Ong and people like that.
That's right. Yeah.
So and it continues to this day. So it's become very specialized, and we have great players, and it was extraordinarily difficult to pick the softball team.
Yeah, and great success across the board in many of the programs this year. A couple of surprises as well.
Yeah.
The team was so hard to pick that on some occasions, Rich would say, well, we're going to put this player at third base. And I said, but this player doesn't play third base. For the most part, plays second base. Yeah. It's the only way we can fit her in.
Yeah, well, no, and what was great was, and I don't mean to sound this in a terrible way, but, there were points during the year when maybe somebody was sick or maybe somebody was injured. So it's, a team would take their regular second baseman, throw them over to third base for a game or two, and it's almost like fantasy baseball. Yes, they played third base. They're going to be third base on the dream team. But it's hard because you want that kid to get recognition.
Yeah.
And if there's a way to create that space, and people will see once those names start coming up, they'll see what we did also with our flex players, because we had an abundance of talent at catcher.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
So, and then between all the great successes and programs, Marlboro, of course, winning a state championship, New Paltz winning their first ever Section 9 championship, Pauling winning a sectional championship. Just John Jay, just amazing.
You got to give a lot of credit to the players because they're the ones with the dedication. Yep. Since they were 8 and 10 years old. Some of these teams have played together for that long.
And the parents for taking them around.
And you got to give credit to the parents for all those hours that they drove in the car and the money they spent for travel. Yep. And the money they spent for hotels when those tournaments over the weekend. But all of that comes together and it helps this.
Yep.
You see it all reflect in the way the high school season plays out.
Yep.
And we have a huge footprint to cover, 31 schools, and so you would think, well, you got 31 schools, you got all those players to pick from. It shouldn't be that hard, but it was pretty difficult.
It was pretty difficult, but again, it's just testament to the talent we have in this area.
Yeah, pretty proud of that. We are. So anyway, with no particular order, here is the Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team for girls softball for 2016. Take a look.
The players of the 2016 Hudson Valley Sports Report Softball Dream Team are, at first base, Jacora Webb, Courtney Highland. At second base, Mally Bugna, Brittany Guzman. At third base, Cassandra Little, Ashley Voda. At shortstop, Sam Fitzgerald, Amber Mianti. In the outfield, Taylor Felicello, Missy Sadler, Danielle Kaufman, Franny Merkel, Ali Panuto, Haley Funk. Our designated flex players are Drew Bugna, Melina Strano. At catcher, Kat Simmons, Carly Giancola. And on the mound, Ali Muller, Bridget Bennett, Jessica Rowe, Alyssa Fitcher, Nicole Rosner, Lily Moresco, and Rachel Stoppinger.
Well, there is the roster for girls softball. Impressive list for sure. But now you try and figure with all of that talent, all of those great players and great performances and key clutch hits that so many of those players got to help propel their team to greater heights. How do you pick a player of the year? It was very difficult for us, so we narrowed it down to a top 3, and here they are.
The The runners-up for the HVSR Dream Team Player of the Year are Allie Muller, Lily Moresco, Sam Fitzgerald. And the Hudson Valley Sports Report Player of the Year is Lily Moresco.
And congratulations to Lily Moresco of Marlboro High School. She is with Rich Thomaselli right now.
All right, thank you, Mr. C. I am with our Player of the Year for the HVSR Softball Dream Team, Lily Moresco from Marlboro, and congratulations, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Well-deserved, a spectacular season, both on the mound and in the field. Let's talk a little bit about being a state champion. It's been about a month or so now.
Yeah.
Has it really sunk in, and what's been going on since, besides the parade, since winning upstate?
I mean, you know, the team is still in touch. We're still very excited about our win. We got jackets, we got rings, the whole kit and caboodle. And, you know, it's sinking in now that we are state champions, and it still feels amazing, and it always will.
Well, it is amazing. It's a great accomplishment. Did you feel, and you and I had very brief conversations about this during the season, and certainly up at the state championships. Did you feel a lot of pressure knowing you had a very senior-laden team coming back from a team that went to the Final Four last year? I mean, did you feel like getting back to the Final Four was enough, or that you had to do more?
Well, my hitting coach always says this: pressure is only self-inflicted. So I said that to the team more than once. And it's just kind of, we knew we were a good team, and we knew we just had to do certain things to get back to where we were and to move on and win. And, you know, we did it at practice. We worked hard. We took our time. We worked on the basics, and we got what we wanted.
People will see your stats in the story, certainly in the Dream Team. A terrific year, both at the plate, in the field, and on the mound. You really kind of came of age this year on the mound. You got a lot more time as a pitcher. Marlboro still had a three-headed monster, but you pitched a lot this year. I mean, what was the transition like, and what did you work on this previous off-season coming into this year?
Well, in the off-season, you know, it's just I worked out. I went to pitching lessons twice a week, hitting lessons twice a week, and I just worked hard. I tried to improve. And I think we used all three of us this year, and when it came down to playing in states, it's just whatever defense worked best.
Take us through states. You have your semifinal game, and then you have this nail-biter of a crazy, one-run game in the finals. What's going through your head as you're, throwing this, knowing that, oh my God, one run, one mistake could make a difference? Either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when they tied the game with that run, I said, okay, well, at 0-0, let's just play like it's the first inning. And I was pitching, and then there was a runner on second base, the 2 outs, and the girl that brought in the run before. I said, oh, okay. I looked at Allison. Allison did what we always do. She said, okay, you and me. And I took a deep breath, got on the mound, and we got her out, and I knew that when we went back in the dugout, someone would get a hit and bring in a run. Yeah,
I was going to ask, did you feel that sense that it was coming? Because oh boy, it almost ended on Cassie's foul ball, barely by inches, and that must have been a bit of a heartbreaker at the moment.
Well, I mean, at the time it was right there, and we had it, and we were all so up. But I think having that ball go foul was the best thing that could have happened to us. It made us want it more. And when Voda got up to the plate, she killed it.
Yeah. So you thought it was better that you kind of pieced it together, and
yes.
And because you had some, you had people forget before Ashley's hit, Allie had a big double.
Yeah.
So that that was a key hit.
And those hits, it showed that we do better as a team. And yes, the home run would have been amazing, but working as a team to bring in that final run really made it so much better.
Let's end with some selfishness. Talk a little bit about your season. Was it everything that you wanted to get out of it, aside from the state championship? But did you feel like you accomplished your own personal goals?
My personal goals were to go and to pitch my best in a state championship. And I feel like I did that with the best defense possible behind me. And I think over the season, I had things to work on, and every time I found something that could have improved on, I tried my best to fix it. And if I couldn't, you know, then I had another pitcher behind me to back me up.
Right.
So, I mean, you know what, I worked hard and we got what we wanted.
Did you pitch to that mentality during the year? Did you pitch to the whole idea of, you know what, I've got a good defense behind me, I don't need to strike out this person?
Yeah, I throw a lot of strikes, but there are a lot of hittable strikes, like grounders, pop-ups, fly balls, where I know that if it gets hit to one of my teammates, they will be behind me on it. So, I mean, it's always good to know that you have a solid defense behind you.
And finally, talk a little bit about next level. Where are you headed?
I am going to go to East Stroudsburg University. It's Division II. I'm going to play softball, and I'm going to study nursing.
All right. Well, congratulations again. That is Lily Marisco, our HVSR Softball Dream Team Player of the Year.
Thanks, Rich. We also have to announce the Coach of the Year for softball, and due to unforeseen circumstances, Kristen Conrad was selected as our Coach of the Year from New Paltz, and what she did with that program and bringing them to a place they had never been before was truly spectacular. However, Kristen suffered a car accident a few days ago and was not able to make it into the studio, but we wanted to still recognize her for her efforts and let her know that our thoughts are with her as she gets through her recovery. So we'll keep you updated on her recovery, and once again, congratulations to her.
Good luck to New Paltz. Thursday, June backside complex. Good luck.
How many touches? How many